There comes a moment in everyone's life when the people who once manipulated you, the ones who smiled to your face while twisting knives behind your back, begin to realize something terrifying. You've changed. Not in the loud, dramatic way they expected. You didn't fight back with chaos. You didn't beg or scream or demand justice. You simply became untouchable. And nothing haunts a manipulator more than the silence of the person they once controlled. Manipulators thrive in shadows. They wear masks of charm, speak in half-truths, and play victims with such skill you start questioning your own memory. They distort your reality until you no longer trust your instincts. And the cruelest part? You let them in. You offered them loyalty, love, friendship, never realizing they came not to build you, but to break you. But that chapter ends now. The power shift begins the moment you stop seeing yourself as the broken one. Because here's the truth. They needed you more than you ever needed them. You were the source of their control, their ego, their identity. Without you, they're empty performers with no audience left to manipulate. The revenge isn't in confrontation. It isn't in exposing them or making grand declarations of war. It's in your silence. It's in the calm refusal to explain yourself. You don't play the game. You don't react. You vanish. And in that stillness, you become their biggest fear. Someone they can't read, can't reach, and can no longer control. No angry text. No emotional breakdown. Just absence. And slowly, that absence begins to echo in their mind louder than any words ever could. While they watch and wait for your return, you rebuild. You hit the gym, you master your craft. You learn, evolve, and sharpen every edge they tried to dull. You stop telling the world what you're doing, and instead, you show up one day, different, colder, calmer, smarter. The pain they cause becomes the fire that forges you. Every insult, fuel. Every betrayal, motivation. You don't just rise, you dominate. Quietly, consistently, powerfully. Then something strange happens. At first, they ignore it. Then, they doubt it. And they start to panic. They scroll through your social media. They ask around. They hear people talk about you with admiration, maybe even respect. And in that moment, it hits them. They lost control. Not because you lashed out, but because you outgrew the version of you that tolerated their games. And then comes their final move. The fake apology. The subtle message. The "Hey, how have you been?" text designed to reopen a door they slammed shut. But you, the new you, sees it for what it is. Bait. They want access to the upgraded version of you without ever earning it. And so, you respond with the one thing they truly cannot handle. Nothing. You don't block them out of bitterness. You don't reply with anger. You simply move on. Because by the time they realize what they lost, you've already become someone they can no longer reach. Not because you're hiding, but because you're shining. And they no longer belong in your light. This, right here, is how you make manipulators regret ever messing with you. Not by becoming like them, but by becoming so much more. The greatest punishment is watching you live a life that proves they never had any real power over you. They thought you were weak. You became unstoppable. They thought you begged. You built empires. They thought you were broken. You became art. So now, ask yourself, who do you want to become? Someone who chases closure, or someone who makes peace with the storm and then walks out of it carrying fire? They were just a chapter. You're the whole damn story. And it's time to write an ending they never saw coming. If this lit a fire in you, don't just watch. Become part of the movement. Subscribe now and start becoming the version of you they never saw coming.